Hi guys, welcome to week 6 of your virtual art lessons. This week we're going to switch it up a little bit and do some origami. So we first need to learn about the history and meaning of it, and then we'll jump right in to our how-to videos. So, what is origami? Origami is the Japanese art of paper folding. Since paper is thought to have been invented in China in 105 AD, it is likely that the first paper folding as art occurred around this time. And over here to the right, I have a map. I have Japan circled in red, and I have where we are on that little orange dot. And you can see how far away we are from Japan. So, what was origami for? In Japan at the time when it started, paper was very expensive because it was something new. So, artistic paper folding was limited to rituals and ceremonies like weddings and special gift giving occasions. So, they couldn't use it every day, only for very special occasions. Later on, paper became cheaper and easier to produce. So, by the 17th century, origami had become more of like a fun art form and was kind of just for fun. And then in the 18th century, books began to be published with instructions on how to make the traditional origami folds. So over to the right here, I have a traditional crane, and then on the bottom, I have a new contemporary artist's rendition on origami, and we'll learn a little bit about him. So Jun Matani is a current origami artist. He's also a computer science professor with a specialty in geometric modeling and computer graphics. So he uses a software for designing his ideas for 3D origami that has rotational symmetry. And rotational symmetry is something we've talked about with 4th and 5th grade when we did our mandalas. Also, radial symmetry is mostly what we talked about there. So he uses this software to design out his ideas, but he does all the folding by hand. So it's like making a sketch before you make a big drawing to make sure that it looks good, and you work out all your ideas first. So, meaning behind origami creations. Throughout the years, different creations got different meanings. So, giving a gift of a origami dragon or tortoise or crane to a friend can represent luck. So, it's like you're giving them some good luck. The crane in particular symbolizes health and long life in Japan, so it's a popular thing to give to somebody. There's a legend that states that anyone who folds 1,000 paper cranes will be granted a special wish after all are completed. And there's a really good book called Sadako and the 1,000 Paper Cranes about this story. So what we are going to be making this week is our own origami, and I have 3 different levels. So I would like kindergarten and 1st grade to focus on the puppy origami. I would like 2nd and 3rd grade to focus on the snake origami. And I would like 4th and 5th grade to focus on the jumping frog. Now, if any of these are too hard, you can always revert back to the puppy. The puppy is only a couple folds and should be pretty simple to complete. The jumping frog is the most difficult, and it is the most fun, but I even had trouble making it, so try not to get too frustrated. Remember, you can always revert back to the puppy. All right, let's jump into how to make these. So I do not have origami paper at my house, and I'm guessing a lot of you don't either. So if you don't have origami paper at your house, you can just take a couple pages from your note guide. So I usually cut about on this red line. And this isn't exactly 6 inches. I have to cut a little bit off. So you're going to want to cut a little bit off again, about right there. Just to make it even, we want all sides to be even. I have to cut a little bit again. So now the last part is to make this even. And I'm going to measure it out to about 6 inches. And that should be right on that line. So if you're using the college ruled paper like I am, that's the one with the smaller lines. That's the only notebook I have in my house. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. On that 21st line is where you're going to cut if you have the college ruled paper and you do not have a ruler. Pretty decently sized 6-inch all the way around pieces of paper for origami. All right, the first one we're starting with is the puppy. Okay, the puppy is the easiest one. So you are going to start by matching one corner with another corner. Doesn't matter which one, but you want to fold your paper into a triangle. Then you are going to fold that triangle again. So you're going to match the long corner with the other long corner. And then you have a smaller triangle. All right, then you're going to unfold that. So you're back to the center and you have this crease. This crease helps us for what we're going to do next. Now we're going to fold both pieces inward. Not all the way like this. We're going to stop about right here. So you folded one corner down and you want to leave a little empty right there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Fold one corner down. I want my folds to be pretty even. Just like that. Now, you're going to fold the bottom part up. So I'm going to take the bottom part and fold it up like that. And that's basically all you have to do to make the little puppy dog. So if you need to go back and pause the video, you can, or if you have gotten to this point, you can get a crayon or a marker and you can color in your dog's fur if you want to. You can give him a little nose and a mouth. So whatever you want your little dog to look like, that's the easiest one to do, just a little puppy dog. All right, the next one is a snake. So my snake looks a little weird. I don't know why, but he's supposed to stand up like that. It's by the way you fold him at the end. So again, you're going to start by folding one corner to the opposite corner. Doesn't matter which one because all of our sides are equal. I'm going to open it up. And this time we are going to fold the corners into this line. This is kind of like our guideline. So I'm going to fold one corner in right on that line, right on this line in the center. And I'm going to do the same thing with the opposite side. And I don't want them to overlap. I want them to almost touch. All right, it almost looks like we're making a paper airplane, but we are not. We are making a snake. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is fold it inward again. So it should look something like this right now, and we are going to fold our corners in again. So I'm going to take the new smaller corner, and fold it into the center. And again, I don't want it to be right on the fold. I want it to just barely touch it. So that one's folded in. I'm going to go on the other side. And fold that one in. Okay, so we folded it in twice, and it should look something like this. Now, the next thing we're going to do is fold the little tiny corners inward. So they are going to fold inward. Yeah, they're gonna go like that. You wanna make a point with the end. That's where I messed up. So you wanna make a point at the end. So you should have a point at this end, and you should have a point at this end. Okay. What I did on mine is I drew stuff before I did this next part. So I just drew some lines. You could draw some scales. So I could go in. Okay. So once you have whatever kind of design you want, you are going to fold it in half. Fold your snake in half. Then how I made him stand up, and there's probably a more elegant way to do this, but I folded him back and forth, his little body back here. And that's how I got him to stand up. Now his little face, they want you to fold it inward. And then he should stand up. And then you can draw his little eye. And you have your snake. The next thing we are going to make is the frog. And I just want to say, I don't do origami. I think it's very cool. I really appreciate what it is. I'm not good at it. So I got a little frustrated with the frog. You might be able to do it and it looks amazing and it was the easiest thing in the world, but mine was difficult. His front arms are not supposed to be like this, so maybe I'll figure it out this time how to do it. But really all you want is to be able to make your frog hop. That was bad hop. This is embarrassing. Okay, there we go. So that's fun if you can get him to hop. And maybe yours will hop better than mine. Mine needs to work on his hopping. To do is fold it in half this way. When we do this in class, we call this hot dog. We're folding a hot dog. And you fold it right on that line. Then you are going to take the corner and fold it over here to this opposite end. And unfold it. Then you're going to take the opposite corner and fold it over to the opposite edge. And unfold it. Now, this is the first part where it gets a little hard. It wants you, I'm reading directions as I'm doing this. It wants you to fold these two pieces in. So like these two triangles, they want to go inward. And this one's going to fold down on top. So if that happens, it should fold down into something like this. It almost looks like a little house. So when you fold that, so once again, I folded these two down. They're going to have little folds right there in the center. And the top part's going to fold right down on top of it. Then you are going to take the little corner flaps right here and you're going to fold them up. I think this is where I messed up my little froggy hands. So they fold up like that. Okay, the next part is this bottom. You are going to fold up to the top. Fold it like that. Then you are going to fold all of this into the center. So all I'm doing is taking the outside edges and folding them in. Like that. Now, the next thing you're going to do is fold it up again. So just like you folded it up before, you're going to fold it up again. Just like that. Okay, this next part is difficult, and I'm going to have to pause to figure out what to do again. It wants you to fold these down. Oh, okay. It wants you, so the part that you just folded, this is where you have to really fold. You fold that little corner down like that. So all I did was take that corner, fold it down, take that corner, fold it down, just like that. Okay. Then you are going to unfold so you want to keep this intact, this little part. You're going to unfold these corners so it comes out like that. So what I just did there was my little guy was like that. I took that out, I took those out, and I folded it back like that. Then once I had these, I folded this one down and this one down. And then it wants you to fold this little foot out and this little foot out. Okay, so then your little frog should look like this. So here's his tummy, here's his back feet, here's his front feet. And then you're going to fold him up like this. So this is how he's going to jump. And then you are going to fold, I'm turning him around, you're going to fold the back part out like that. And then you have your jumping frog. He's so much better. He jumped right off my desk. Okay, here's a real life scenario where the second time you do something will be better. Here's my first attempt at this little frog. Here's my second attempt. This one is much better. So if you are frustrated at your first one, just know that I was too, and that he looked sad. And now he's looking great because this was my second attempt. I practiced. I did not give up. I came back. I succeeded. Oh my gosh, he's jumping amazingly. He's doing fantastic. Okay, I'm going to have fun playing with my frog. If you have a sibling or something, you could play a game with these frogs. Whose frog is better? Who can jump better? You can decorate him. You can color him. I'm just so excited. He's doing great. All right. I hope you guys have fun with this. Remember, if it's not working out for you and you just need something to turn in, puppy, you can do the puppy or the snake or the frog. Don't get upset with yourself if the frog is not working out, because just know it didn't work out for your teacher the first time either. All right, guys, I hope you have fun with this week. I can't wait to see your origami. I bet it's going to be better than mine. All right, bye, guys.